Sigmund, thank you very much for joining us. We are here today in Berlin at the NBX event. I talked to some people and I stumbled upon some frequently occurring opinions that because of the bear market you can come across many people who are no longer in crypto for money, but more because they are for real in crypto. I wonder what's your perspective?
I think the bear market at the end of the day is a time to build, right? It's really going to show you who is left standing and who is just in it for other reasons. So something, for example, at BNB Chain that we're really looking for are who are the people that are continuing to innovate? Who are the people that are continuing to push the boundaries and the limits on what we're actually able to do within cryptocurrency and blockchain? And that's extremely attractive for us. So in some sense, definitely there's a lot of people that have left because they just can't take it and it's just maybe not for them. But at the end of the day, it's really leaving the innovators and the builders and the people that are going to define the next generation, the next cycle of blockchain.
So how to tell apart true innovators from those people who are, well, not for real?
I think it's people that aren't necessarily worried about how fast they list their token or how fast they move to market. You know, we saw a lot of projects in the bull market that launched just simply for the sake of launching, right? They may have not had a full product, they may have not had raised the full amount of money, they may not have the proper team, but they launched. Reason being is they felt that they could ride that wave, and build upon that. In the bear market now, the people that are waiting, the people that are okay to go to their investors and say, listen, we're going to wait another 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, because what we're building is not only innovative, but is going to be building the infrastructure and the ground for the next era. That's what we want to see. So who is actually in it for the long run? Who is not taking the short-term gains? And who is really going for the long term? And there's very few, I'd say, that are really doing it, but there's more than there was the last cycle. So obviously, people say that different cycles. We saw the rise in 2014, 2017, 2020. Now we're going back down. It's going to come back at the end of the day. We're going to see more projects the next bull run come back into it. But the people that are building now are setting themselves up for when things turn.
When we talk about projects that you're willing to cooperate with, you perfectly and quite accurately described the attitude, like being inventive, being observant, being interested in pushing those boundaries. But when it comes to a more specific way of creating business, what kind of projects are you looking for?
I wouldn't say there's necessarily one area of projects that we're looking for. Definitely I'll say though, at the forefront would be like infrastructure projects, so projects that are actually building something unique. Now, what I'm really interested in is projects, for example, that are maybe not already on BNB Chain. So there's a lot of new innovation coming out. I won't give really any examples, but I'll just say that there's a lot of projects that aren't on BNB Chain or new innovations that haven't even been developed, and we're seeing more and more of that now kind of come in this bear market, and that's really, really enticing because that's going to kind of shape the next wave. Just like we saw different kind of trends, right? So we saw a move to earn trend. We're seeing different trends like that. There are more and more that are going to be coming over time that are going to end up playing a really big role. And we just want great projects at the end of the day that are innovative, building on BNB Chain, and that's our goal, and that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Well, BNB has a good repo and has already made a household name when it comes to Web3 sphere. So I wonder how convoluted is the path from my inquiry to the moment when I will hear yes or no when it comes to cooperating with the BNB Chain?
So in terms of collaborating with BNB Chain, the things that we're looking for it really varies, right? I think the first thing is the team. You have to have a team that is willing to build, but is also experienced to some extent. So we want to see people that have already built in blockchain, have already done other successful projects. We want to see that long-term vision, and it's something that simply is kind of a case-by-case basis. I'd say definitely now in this market, community is less of something we're looking for because obviously there's in general less people in the space this exact second that we're here than there was, let's say, a year ago. But the people that are okay with that, the people that know and have a roadmap and have a plan is really, really attractive. So if you have an idea or an ideology of, okay, we're at point A right now, to get to point Z, to get to DAU, to get to TVL, to get to MAU, we're going to do this, 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 and this. That's the key that we're looking for in terms of projects or other people I'm speaking to, here at these events. Those are kind of the critical milestones. Is do they actually have an action plan? Do they actually know how to get from where they are right now, whether that be idea, whether that be raising capital, whether that be ready to almost launch their project on mainnet, to actually getting users and rising. Most projects in the space will fail for a few reasons. One, they don't have users, or two, they run out of capital. Those are two very common things. So for us, we want to see, how can we help those projects? How can we add value to them? And the key things we're looking for, again, are going to be who is the team, do they have experience, and do they have an actual viable, unique product and vision to get to their goal?
I believe that BNB Chain is open to cooperate with different projects to help them grow, but are you also interested in some partnerships? Are you looking for any partners to cooperate to some extent?
I'd say in terms of projects specifically, we're always looking to add value to projects that want to deploy in BNB Chain. So it's not necessarily based on the specific type of project. We're very open to that. In terms of larger projects or like partnerships, I won't comment too much, as again, a lot of it is going to be case by case, but I'll definitely say that our goal as of right now is getting innovative, really well built projects and really innovative teams building on BNB.
Thank you very much for this chat.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.